Hey everyone, Joe Menza here. We'll do another painting on this Canson Graduate. I've got the Hake brush out, I'm wetting the paper down, and we'll do a nice little scene. Again, this paper here I got from Walmart. This paper tends to kind of wrinkle, or not wrinkle, I should say cockle or warp a little bit when you get it wet, but after you paint on it and you let it dry, it flattens out real nicely. And the price is right. I like the way my paintings look on it. So, I mean, I think it's a great practice paper. I think you can buy a pad of it, have good results, and for a good price, $7, $8, $9, whatever it is for one pad. And, just have a good time, clip it down to a board, or you can even experiment with pre-stretching it. Now here I've used a little bit, I'm using the Daniel Smith again. And I've put some like a reddish color here, diluted. Try to warm up the background just to do something a little different. A lot of times I'll use like a raw sienna, but in this case here I'm using a reddish color. See what happens when you warm up the background a little bit. So yeah, this is a 117-pound paper. I've seen 90-pound, and that was really thin. And that was Fabriano. I've got some Indithrone blue. Still not sure if I'm saying that properly. And I've seen Indithrene and other variations of the name, but it's like a deeper blue. I really like it. This is a Daniel Smith brand. Put those nice it's a little dark, so I'm diluting it down a little bit, adding a little water to the brush. Dabbing off a little heavier. Went on a little heavier, I think, than I really initially intended. That's why sometimes I'll use white. I'll put white on as a layer first, and because the skies really should be subtle. Sometimes they overpower the scene. And really, unless you're doing a skyscape, you don't want to overpower the scene with your sky. It's really just a background element in a sense. You ever driving down the street or you're walking around outside and the sky is there. You see a nice sky or a blue sky, or, you recognize it for a second, but you don't really focus on it. You focus on what's going down right at eye level. When you look at it and you kind of scroll your eyes and you put it all together, then it makes you see it. It's like seeing it through an artist's eyes, Now I've added here, we've got like a lemon yellow, it's like an azo or Hansa yellow, all those yellows. They have Hansa yellow, Indian yellows, so many yellows. Cad yellow. Me, I try to stick to colors that you do see in nature. Maybe it's my undoing, I don't know, but I kind of want it to look somewhat realistic. And I've always kind of stayed in that lane. And I've added a little more blue, a little red, got a purpley going. And I'm taking my palette knife and I'm scraping away the mountains here, rather than adding white or anything like that. And there's just so many ways you can do things that are fun and quick. And you see how I've created a mountain look just by using this and scraping away. And then I'll add a little bit to kind of balance it out. See? It's like the rock scraping, but intended to be a bigger rock. So here I'm putting just a little bit of brown in there, just an excuse really to scrape and make some rocky looking areas for this mountain in the distance here. And then I tap it back with a little bit of the brush just to kind of fill in like little areas, almost like when you anchor rocks into a regular, when you're doing small rocks in the painting. Now here I'm going to go ahead and use the Ron Ransom brush, and I'm going to show you can make, without going to the fan brush or another brush, you can make evergreens or pine trees just by turning the brush sideways, using it almost kind of like a flat brush. And this is like indigo or a blue with a green mixed in. I like a bluish kind of a evergreen tree, a bluish green, not too green. And I'll go ahead and throw a few more little pines over here. Create a little bit of a watery effect down here just by creating a wash. I'm going to take a little liquidy paint here, and you can do this with just adding a little bit of white to your color, or you could add a little yellow and create almost like a little highlight, a little dimension to your pine trees. And then at a certain point, you can scratch in a couple of trunks. Take your palette knife or your plastic card, scratch in a few extra rocks. Again, a few more little highlights, just with a liquidy yellow color. Okay, we're about done. We'll do some finishing touches here. Just highlighting some grassy areas and a few other things. I like adding a little yellow on top, like a lemon yellow or something like that, to brighten up the grassy areas. And what the heck, I'll add one more tree here. Here I'll create a little reflection in the water and then seal it off with just a quick swipe of the brush to take away some paint and create a ripple. And that, friends, I think we have a finished painting. I really enjoyed painting this for you. I'm so appreciative of your comments and your views, and I hope to see you on the next video. Here it is with a mat. Thanks once again. We'll see you next time.